So in this video, we're going to look a little bit at how to deal with power in chips. This is actually a very important component of the game. We will start with simple things, and later on I will do tutorials on more advanced power management. So in this video, to avoid what happened last time, that is a small enemy ship attacking us, I added these defensive ships here, so they don't move, but they will turn on and fire on any enemy coming close. I just want to show you the power stage of these ships. It's made of all these power cell modules. But these ships have some advanced power management features. That is, when there is no target, the power will actually be turned off so that it can recharge, which means that it's always ready when an enemy ship comes close. Okay, so the basis for power are these modules here, which are the power cells. If we look at the detailed characteristics of power cells, the main one is the power capacity. That's how much power units they store. They also have a power regeneration rate, which is shown here, and 4 means 4 power units per second. So this means that such a module will take 25 seconds to recharge when it is turned off. Now, if we create a ship with such a module, we just put the power cell and something that uses power, like a thruster, and the thruster is using 2 power units per second, which means that with such a situation, it will actually use all the power available in 50 seconds. If I put another one, it will be 25 seconds. So we can try this out. I'm just going to launch it, and it will take roughly 25 seconds for the small progress bar here. Let me zoom in closer. For the progress bar here to just exhaust, which will be about the case in 5 to 6 seconds. Alright, so the power cell, when it's depleted, won't recharge on its own. In order to recharge it, you have to turn it off. In order to turn off a module, you can just click on it and then press the O key, which turns it off. And if you look closely here, you can see that it's actually recharging, and it will take 25 seconds again because the recharge rate is 4 power units per second. Now, if you don't want to use a keyboard, you can also use these little buttons here to turn modules on and off. You can of course have multiple power cells onto a ship. For instance, we can do this situation here, where each thruster will get its own power module. Now, of course, each of them will last longer, because in fact, this thruster is only using this power cell, and this thruster is only using this power cell. You can turn on and off every individual power cell. You can also turn off the thrusters, of course, in which case they will stop using power, but they won't do anything anymore. And what you can do is use these shortcuts here to turn off all the power cells of a ship at once, or turn them back on again. This is very useful to just make sure that your ship is recharging, and then you can turn it on again. At the beginning of the game, you have to do this kind of manual management of the power cells, but again, in more advanced ships, such as these ones, we actually have logical modules which are automatically dealing with power. You can see here that something happens. That's because all power cells are recharged, and so it's blinking between turning them on and off, but you don't have to worry about this. This is done by these logical modules here on the side. Of course, if you build a big ship, a single power cell will only have so much contact around it. So if you need to power a lot of things simultaneously, you can use these conduct modules, which are basically like wires that you can put into your ship, and then you can see that the conduct here is going to conduct power to all these different modules. If I turn the power cell on and off, you can indeed see that everything turns on and off. I didn't say that, but of course, when you have red dots on your modules, it means that they are not powered, and when you have the yellow dot, it means they are powered. If you zoom out, these dots will actually become bright, so this lets you see this at a glance without having to zoom in. And similarly, the power cells, they have a small bright white dot, which tells you that they are fully charged, or that they are discharged when the dot is gone. Alright. So the reason for which a conduct module is conducting power is because it has the conductive attribute. Now, if you look closely at a power cell, it also has the conductive attribute. And it means that you can do things such as follows. You can stack several power cells, and then you can add a number of modules that needs to be powered by those. And what will happen is that the power cell closest to a module is always used to power it. So if I launch this chip, you will see that this power cell is the first one to get depleted. But then once it's done, because it's conductive, the next one to be depleted will be the power cell below, and so on and so forth. So this is very useful. Of course, be careful, because if one of these modules gets destroyed, it's no longer conductive. So in chips, you probably want to plan for redundancies, so that if something is damaged, it will still get power. Right? So you can see here that this one is depleted, and now this one is being used. And then when this one is depleted, the last one will get used. Of course, you can turn this individual power cell off, and they will recharge. So hopefully, if you manage this very carefully, you can actually make a power cell that will last potentially forever. There's an important feature in the interface to simplify the construction of chips with big power cells. And let me show this real quick. If you create a bigger power cell like that, you can actually save this chip. Of course, it's not a very interesting chip. It's saved here. But now what you can do is you can drag and drop. Oh, I cannot do that on the chip being created. I have to clear it. And then you can drag and drop these bigger power units and use them into your chips. And so that's very convenient, because you can reuse some basic constructs that you have done, and you can even turn them like that, and then you can put a lot of modules to be powered, and this will be quite a powerful battery that we have here, even though of course you can see the cost increases rapidly. Right, and that's it. So this one will last for a very long time. So you can do that, of course, or you can do, like I said before, some logical modules, and you can see them in action here, that will deal automatically with turning these power cells on and off so that they can recharge. Okay, that's it for today. Probably the next video will be about combat and building large ships. See you soon!